Welcome to the Oligo News. On Wednesday, the United States vetoed a draft resolution at the United Nations Security Council. This draft demanded an immediate, unconditional, and permanent ceasefire between Israel and Hamas in Gaza, and full access for humanitarian aid. All other 14 countries in the UN Security Council voted in favor of the resolution. But because the US used its veto power, the resolution failed. The US ambassador to the UN, Dorothy Shea, said they could not support the resolution because it did not condemn Hamas, did not call for Hamas to disarm, and could hurt US-led peace talks.
The United States has taken the very clear position since this conflict began that Israel has a right to defend itself, which includes defeating Hamas and ensuring they are never again in a position to threaten Israel. In this regard, any product that undermines our close ally Israel's security is a non-starter.
The United States is Israel's biggest ally and arms supplier, and this veto shows strong US support for Israel. Meanwhile, the war in Gaza continues. Israeli airstrikes killed at least 45 people on Wednesday, according to Gaza health authorities. Israel also said one Israeli soldier died during the fighting. Britain's UN ambassador, Barbara Woodward, criticized Israel's expanded military operations and limited aid access in Gaza. She called the actions unjustifiable and counterproductive.
This Israeli government's decisions to expand its military operations in Gaza and severely restrict aid are unjustifiable, disproportionate, and counterproductive, and the UK completely opposes them.
Hamas called the US veto proof of blind US support for Israel. The resolution also demanded the immediate release of all hostages held by Hamas since the October 7 Hamas attack on Israel, which killed 1,200 people and took about 250 hostages. Since then, Israel's military campaign has killed over 54,000 Palestinians, according to Gaza health officials. Many civilians, including children, have died, and thousands more are buried under the rubble. On May 19, Israel allowed limited UN-led aid deliveries after an 11-week blockade. But now, a new aid system called the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation, GHF, has started. This group is backed by the United States and Israel. The GHF uses private American security and logistics companies to deliver food and aid at what they call secure distribution sites. But the UN and international aid groups refuse to work with the GHF. They say it is not neutral, it militarizes aid, and it forces Palestinians to move from their homes. No aid was distributed on Wednesday due to safety issues. The GHF says it has already delivered over 7 million meals. But it postponed Thursday's operations due to maintenance work. The group also asked the Israeli military to improve civilian safety at the aid sites. Despite criticism, the US ceasefire plan still proposes aid delivery by the UN, Red Crescent, and other groups. Israel agreed to this plan, but Hamas wants changes. The United States rejected those changes as totally unacceptable. More than ever, Gaza needs food, water, and medicine. The UN General Assembly is expected to vote on a similar resolution soon. Unlike the Security Council, there is no veto in the General Assembly, and it will likely pass.
It was a message to the people of Palestine. You are not alone. You are not alone. And it was a message to the Israeli occupier. The world watched you. The shield of impunity, of immunity, must fall.
Now, the next stop, the 193-member UN General Assembly. They're expected to take up another Gaza ceasefire resolution as early as next week. Gabriel Zondo, Al Jazeera at the United Nations in New York.
As this Israel-Hamas conflict continues, the world watches closely. Will peace come, or will the crisis grow worse? For English news you can also visit our news website www.theoligo.com. Thank you for your valuable time.